We are right here in Amsterdam with Daniel Wanrooy, our wonderful trance producer, that he has a lot of interesting stories to tell for us. When trance music came in your life?
That's a long time ago. I believe I was 13 or 14. There was a local snack bar at my hometown, and they provided illegally some kind of a mixtape every month, and they had trance music. So every month I went there for some fries and the mixtape, and that's how I got into trance.
Okay. And when was your first release? In which record label? And how did you manage to get this release signed up in a label as well?
It was 2001. Massive Drive Recordings. It was it was situated in my hometown, Dordrecht, and I knew the guys because I was always bringing my music there and hung out with them because they had a big studio with Ton to Be, Erik de Koning, Mark van Dalen, a couple hardcore guys, and I was always bringing my music, and we checked it out together, and at a certain time it was good enough for a release, so they signed 2 of my tracks. Actually it was Rhoda Summers and Omar V, the B-side, so pretty Greek as well, and it went well. From there then the releases started to come.
And when did you move to Blackhole Recordings?
In 2005, I think we sent. Back in the days, I did my Odyssey and Progression collab with my friend Robin, and we signed in 2005. We sent a demo to Dimitri de Wit. That was the manager of Tiesto back in the days, and you had to send it with CD, so it took a little while, and we didn't hear anything, so we thought, probably not good enough. And after 2 weeks, we got a call like, "Hey, we love these 2 tracks on your CD." So it was amazing. From then it started really. I think they took one on Surf Sunrise. It was Odyssey Evolution, and from there. We had a couple more on the Surf Sunrise, and Tiesto started to recognize us. He asked if we would interested to do an album for a Blackhole recording. So from then it really took off.
Yeah, and you have been as support act in many of his DJ sets as well, is it?
Yeah.
In his tours. How it goes to warm up for him?
Well, it was amazing, of course, because you have like the really big audiences, but they come from him, for him. So you know that, of course, as a warm-up act, and you have to, you can't peak. You have to be there to really warm up, bring the crowd in a good mood, so he can do his thing and everything will explode. But it was amazing. Our first gig actually was, I think, it was in Eindhoven. And the second gig, at the first gig was like, I think it was 150 people maximum. And the second gig was Heineken Music Hall. So it was like close to 6,000 people. That was our second, and we were like, what? And it was amazing, beautiful.
Of course, from these years, would you like to pick up, if you like, 1 or 2 or 3 tracks that you believe are the best for you, and why? You will give us a small comment as well, so people can search afterwards on YouTube and find and listen the tunes.
Okay, around that time, right?
Yes, from that time.
I think the one I mentioned, Odyssey Evolution, was really special. I think someone posted it actually on YouTube as Tiesto Evolution, so it got millions of views, but they thought it was Tiesto, and they have comments like, "Oh wow, that's a typical Tiesto sound," but it was ours actually, so that was pretty cool. That one is certainly one to check out. I think Progression Ocean Green was a really special track. It was on Fundamental Recordings. What else? Different Day, Different Light. Also Progression was really cool. That was the title of our album, actually, we made. And it was in Surf Sunrise 6 by Tiesto as well. So that's those tracks are worth to check out. It's different. It's really cool music. Actually, it will work again now, I think, like a warm-up set with these tracks.
So
they still
you
work.
are more affiliated to the progressive trance sound. Have you ever
Yeah.
produced uplifting tracks, or you don't feel them?
I did a couple of them. I did a Dutch own G minor. I did. That was like on the 38 or something. But to be honest, it's the uplifting trance side is not progressing for me anyway. It's like, you know, I don't feel any challenge to make it. You know, like it still sounds the same as 15 years ago. And with progressive sound trance, it sounds way better produced, and everything sounds way better in my opinion. So I prefer that, to be honest. Yeah, if you see like uplifting trance nowadays, the tracks are okay, they are cool, but the audience mostly they want the classics anyway, you know. So I think they are better back in the days than they are producing now. But yeah, that's just a personal taste. That I don't see a challenge to make uplifting trance for myself as a producer.
And of course, you have moved to various labels. You had releases with Be Yourself Music, High Contrast. Which other labels have you had releases from that moment on?
A lot of tracks on Blackhole and in Trance with Trust and Magic Music, of course, the related labels. High Contrast is a really nice label I release nowadays a lot. Armada, of course, I have my album coming up with my new alias. So yeah, those are the labels I try to focus on. And
okay,
I like.
Let's talk a bit about Daniel Wanrooy today.
Yeah.
Last week or this week you have a new release on Blackhole. Tell us a little bit about this release.
It's called Gamma. It's this part of the Greek alphabet. We started with Alpha, Beta, and now we have Gamma, and also Delta signed, but that's for later on. And yeah, it's got really great support. Armin picked it up in a State of Trance. Ferry Costa picked it up in Corsican Countdown, and a lot of other guys played it as well. So yeah, it's really cool.
And is the studio different from the studio that you had before? Now it's more digital. Back in the days was more analog, or
no?
How is your studio today?
Yeah, it's of course it's a lot of digital, but I love to use my Virus TI2 as well. I always use sounds to layer the synths, make it has a special sound like no VST has, in my opinion, still. But yeah, for layering it's amazing. So it makes synth sounds really big and warm. Yeah, for the rest mostly it's digital. I think only upgraded it during the years, you know, like a better computer, you know, better VSTs. I bought a lot of VSTs and things like that. So yeah, that's about it.
How long it takes you to produce a track? Is it a hard process, or it's something that you do it with ease?
Depends. It depends. Sometimes when you travel and you haven't been home for a week or maybe a bit more than a week, then yeah, when you go back, you have so much inspiration. Everything comes out, and you finish like 90% of the track in a day, maybe even. If you work from the morning till the night, and yeah, then the next day you have, you know, your ears get tired and everything. So the next day you do the mixing and the mastering and everything, because it has to sound good, of course. And yeah, sometimes it's sometimes you have shitty days. You know, you just sit
and nothing happens.
It
no
just doesn't work. It doesn't come out. And then I go for a walk or whatever. I do other work or anyway. Yeah, it's frustrating to be in the studio and stay in the studio then. So if it doesn't work, go out, and next day is another day.
Exactly. And of course, let's talk a little bit about your Borderless project.
Yeah.
Why you decided to move forward with a more progressive house sound? How would you call your Borderless sound?
I think I would call it experimental, because actually it's everything I would love to make but not release under my Daniel Wanrooy name. That's why I created this. And yeah, I finished a couple tracks. I think it was about a year ago, and I showed it to Jeroen from Armada, and he loved it right away. So we decided to make more and adapt a few things and everything, and he guided me really, really well in the process. And now eventually we have 16 tracks, and it will be released the 1st of December. And
Alright.
you can expect things you never heard from me before, I think so.
Okay, would you like to tell us a little bit about the singles that you have released already?
Yes, I did Serena with my friend Tiesto. He's an amazing singer and songwriter from Italy.
Oh wow!
And we became really good friends because we did
so
some
beautiful song.
Yeah, it's different, right?
Yeah, I wish to have more remixes as well to make it more clubby. Are they going to add some remixes on it?
Maybe later. I don't know. I don't know what the plan is with it, but it's really deep. I think it's on a 20 or something.
And it has a nice message dedicated to his sister.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. You know so much. Yeah, he did. Yeah. So it's it's beautiful. When I sent him the demo and I said like, hey, can you make something with this? And he said, look, yeah, I can try it. And he came up a couple of days later with this, and yes, I still have goosebumps when I talk about it. So he's amazing. To me, he's like 100% music. You know, it's like everything he does is like.
Wow.
He never fails. He's like.
He's an Italian.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I don't know about that, but no, he's so good in what he does, and I'm really happy we do tracks together. Privilege.
And of course, what other tracks have you released already? Beautiful.
Beautiful is just released. That's more of the like you said, the old progressive house sound.
Kanko Penzi remix.
Yes, Guy G is, so it's we have two more coming up, two more releases before the album got released. So
which tracks will be?
Never Skip Leg Day. It's a crazy title, but
you have felt it.
Yeah, and Where Nobody Knows Us. That's a vocal track as well. So.
So it's going to be a more listening home experience rather than a club experience.
Yeah, I think so. Or maybe like
the remixes will do the.
We have some clubbing remixes coming up as well, yeah. And it will be a journey, like go for a drive and put on the CD, and it will bring you somewhere. I don't know, but it's.
And also your project is very well supported by Armin van Buuren. He has asked you to remix his track Communication.
I did Communication. That's actually was released, I think it was early this year already. So it was before everyone knew I was Borderless. We kept it low a little in the beginning. And there's some great response. It is really progressive remix, so everyone was like, who's this guy? And it was me actually, so it was pretty cool.
Of course, Daniel Wanrooy is not only producer, it's also a DJ.
Yeah.
You have played to many various places all over the world.
Yeah.
How was your summer? How was your 2017 until now?
It was very good actually. It's I've been to a lot of places. I can't even recall them all, but I've played in Finland, Norway, Greece as well, Cyprus a couple times. I don't know, it's been amazing. So I've seen a lot of the world again, met a lot of great people, and makes me a happy boy.
Okay, have you ever had an unpleasant experience as a DJ?
Let me check.
You will be so lucky not having one, but.
Yeah, well, like sometimes you have, for example, you don't have much crowd. It happens as a DJ. I don't know if it's me or it's bad promotion. I had once in Northern Ireland. I had a gig, and last minute they had to change venue somehow from the center to very much outside the center. So no one was there actually. It was like only the persons that work there. So I told them like, hey, what do you want to hear? Pick a song and I will play it. So they went through my CD map and I want to hear this song. So go ahead, pick the next one. So I played for them actually, and I made the best of it.
If they had paid you, that's enough.
Yeah. Well, no, that's not enough, but. You wish for a great crowd, and you wish for, sometimes you have to play, sometimes I play in smaller clubs in Norway or whatever, then you have to adapt. You have to play some commercial mashups and everything, like, of course I play rather my own music, but yeah, sometimes you have to adapt a little bit.
Let's talk a little bit about your country.
Yeah.
Netherlands at the moment has a growing trance scene, a lot of events,
Yeah.
Luminosity,
going well,
Quest
yeah.
for Trance. People are organizing trance events and they seem that they have a lot of people coming as well. I
Yeah.
don't know if they are from local or they are more dance travelers, because we have all this phenomenon as well. People
Yeah.
traveling all over the world to attend a party. It has become like
So cool, yeah.
an experience for these people. Tell us a little bit about this. Do you agree on that there is a growing trance scene?
Yeah, it's growing for sure. It's growing for sure. In Holland, the scene is. I don't know if the scene is growing in Holland, but they have a lot of people from abroad, like you said. So that's yeah, that's really a great addition. Like Luminosity, I think it's 75% is from abroad, and it's amazing to see all the flags and everything, and everyone from all over the world. It's that's so cool to party in Holland all together. You know, with the internet, everything became so small. You know, they became like the trans family. They know each other and they hook up on the parties and have a great time all together.
So why do you think we have trance family and we don't have house music family? Why for trance it became so much lovable thing?
I think the trance maybe unites a bit more, you know, like I don't know, maybe it's the melodies, maybe it's the vocals. I think it connects people somehow, and then they feel like a big family, and they meet up at parties. I don't know about the house scene if it's there, but I never heard anything about a house family or something. So I think with trance it's special. From all over the world they gather, and yeah.
Have you ever had the thought to give up the music industry and do something completely different, forget all about it, or you were always very positive? And
no, you have better times and you have like worse times, of course. I think everyone has it, you know. Like I did with my former partner Robin, music partner. We did the progression thing and Odyssey. And after that we decided to split up, you know. That's how it works after a couple of years. And then I was like, yeah, I have to start up all over by myself again, you know, like bring a new name up, and the internet was coming up, the social media and everything. So that was a tough time, to be honest, you know, like you build something up, everyone knew us with Tiesto tours and everything. And yeah, but giving up is not really an option. It's like maybe you focus on something else a little bit, and you know, it's still a hobby. I love music, so I will get in the studio anyway, and yeah.
So you said it's a hobby. It's not a 24 hours profession for you then?
It is a profession, of course. You know, it's like it's my full-time work, but I still see it as a hobby. If I have free time, I go in the studio as well. So yeah, it's
work and hobby in one.
Yeah, I'm blessed. You know, I can
do what you really like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love it.
100%. So Daniel, you talk about internet.
Yeah.
Who is your social media manager?
It's me, myself, and I. Yeah, I do everything myself. I do my own bookings at the moment. I do everything.
You are also a talented graphic designer, so you know a little bit technologies and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it helps. It helps myself. You know, I can do my own stuff. So that's yeah, it's cheaper that way, and I can do the way I like it. So yeah, it's easy. But sometimes it's hard, to be honest, to design something for yourself. You know, it's like it's easier to impress someone else with a design than to impress yourself. Like, yeah, okay. So that's
okay. Yeah. So I came here for Amsterdam Dance Event. What is your opinion about the Amsterdam Dance Event?
It's always a nice party. It's yeah, it's like we said before. You know, everyone gathers as well with the Amsterdam Dance Event. The whole trance family is coming, and of course you have the house and techno and everything is huge. You walk around the streets and you see Armin walking by, you see Hardwell walking by. It's crazy. Everyone is here, you know, industry and people, and yeah, it's nice.
So do you recommend someone that is a producer and he's upcoming to come at the Amsterdam Dance
Yeah, of
Event,
course.
he's going to take advantage of it.
Of course, if you want to network and everything, then it's the place to be. Everyone is here anyway, so yeah, try to hook up with people, make appointments before, and yeah, do your thing.
Daniel, what are your future plans except the Progression album? Are you going to have any future releases in the next few months that you want to talk about?
Yeah, I signed new ones at Blackhole recordings, and I signed new ones on High Contrast again, and another one on Dance Push in the USA. So there's a lot of new music coming, and I'm doing some cool collabs. With
whom? With whom?
I can't tell yet, but you will find out. It's still a secret. No, but there is some cool stuff coming, definitely.
So things are looking really good. Thank you very much for your time, Daniel.
Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ, φίλε μου. That was great.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It was a big pleasure for me
Likewise.
to talk with you and meet you, and I believe that the future is bright for trance, future is bright for you as a producer, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Because you deserve it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.